Yes, but I am back, and yes, I am wearing the Oklahoma hat. So, what do we got planned today? Well, we're going to talk all about the Alabama and Oklahoma rematch for the third time in the last 17. It's been 17 months now. 17 or 13 or 17 months. We've been here before. It's come full circle. Alabama will come back to Norman like last year to play Oklahoma. And oh boy, your boys got it. Your boys got the keys to the game. We got all this. Plus, give you some thoughts on what happened over the break of my little break. And tomorrow, we'll be here at 7 p.m. live. Sorry, this is for Saturday. But we'll be here Saturday night at 7 p.m. live to watch Oklahoma and Alabama go toe-to-toe in a chance to play Indiana in a Rose Bowl. It's a great day for college football, everyone, and one of the most historic playoffs we've had in quite some time. Now, you wouldn't get this in the 4-team or any other playoff format if you wanted to. You got two very good games and two whatever games you want to call them. No offense to the group of five, but you're kind of a sacrificial lamb for these teams to bounce back. So you get two good games and then two bad games. The parody has been here all year long. It's been the same thing all year long. Anyways, what do I mean by that? Look no further than Oklahoma. So, Oklahoma throughout the year, we've seen them play big games. Go back to that Tennessee game. The last time Oklahoma has lost a game to a team ranked 15th and above was to number 6. So number 5 Ole Miss. Sorry, number 6 Ole Miss. That was the last time we have lost to a team ranked within the top 12, is what I meant to say. In the top 25, the last team we ever lost who ranked in the top 25 was to Texas in the Red River, which you would want to forget and just look past. So it was kind of funny. So let's recap. We're going to recap a bit. So starting off let's go all the way back. Let's circle all the way back to to August. Start of the year, John Mateer's projected to be up there with Ty Simpson, Julian Sayin, Fernando Mendoza, and a bunch of other people like Jeremiah Love. They are all going to be in the Heisman race. And throughout the first 3 weeks, that looked like the case. You had John Mateer up there, Gunnar Stockton, Ty Simpson, Julian Sayin, Fernando Mendoza, and Jeremiah Love, Ryan Williams. You had all these big names up in the Heisman race. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Let me fix it real quick. Come on. There you go. So, like I said, going back to that Tennessee game was the moment after Ole Miss, it was all right. That was a good loss, and it's actually a better loss now with the weeks that's come. But that Texas killed Oklahoma's momentum. And then we later learned that John Mateer was playing with the broken thumb. He came out and looked so bad. It dropped any chances of him winning the Heisman. And, of course, Ty Simpson would later follow in that footsteps. So then we fast forward a bit. Oklahoma gets a break, and then they face against Tennessee. And basically, this is a win-out situation. So basically, no matter what, there's no room for it. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot lose any game after Texas. Otherwise, you're eliminated. The only reason that would not be the case is if the SEC did not have frontrunners like A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, and I'm forgetting someone. Am I forgetting someone? No, I think that's it. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But it was, if they had all lost, then Oklahoma could technically split one of those games. But because everyone was winning, they basically had to keep up, and the only way to keep up was to win every other game after their break. And then came Tennessee. Oklahoma looked awful on offense. Their defense, what we saw there in Tennessee, was the beginning of what would become a monster, a Frankenstein, if you will, as you could say, for Oklahoma's defense. Tate Sandell, give that man a 70-yard kick. He's probably going to make it from 80. It's a bit of a stretch. Give that man more than 50, and he's going to make it. He's Brandon Aubrey of college football. And until he misses, he's the Brandon Aubrey of college football. That's as simple as you're going to get. If Oklahoma just gets into the 55-yard line, they can just say, you know what, John Mateer, don't throw any more interceptions. Come on out to the bench, rest up, rest your thumb up. Hey, take a no, go out there and kick us a 3. And down the middle it goes. So, he's done it from the left hash, right hash, down the middle. He's never missed. Meanwhile, you have other kickers like, not going to say his name for reasons, but you have other kickers like that who are missing, and including Ohio State, which is for another day. But Tate Sandell is the only winner to win the Heisman for win any trophy for Oklahoma because of the other categories, offensive player of the year, defense, like all that. Tate Sandell won them a trophy at least. Hang your head up on that, whatever. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Heisman stuff after everything's settled down at the first round we get and all that. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. Here's the thing. After that Tennessee game, R. Mason Thomas had a calf injury after he got a fumble recovery for a pick six. Whatever you say, to the house or whatever. From there, he was not the same. And so now, without R. Mason Thomas and John Mateer injured, it seemed like there would be no way for this Oklahoma offense to go up against the best defense. And then November came around, and we got arguably the biggest upset of the year so far. And that's saying something. Vanderbilt had a chance. South Carolina had a chance. Auburn would have a chance. Missouri, Georgia, they all had a chance to give Alabama their life. But no, it's because even Florida State was the only team besides Oklahoma to do the unthinkable and hand Alabama their loss. So, with that said, they were so hot. If you were to give Alabama 3 weeks of rest, they could say, Oklahoma, we don't care about your defense. We're just going to run Ty Simpson across your fucking throat. Sorry for the language. And that is what could have happened. And it did happen. But the one thing that Alabama no one else could do that Alabama got lucky with is to force turnovers. The one kryptonite to Alabama, out of everything else, their rushing is good. They didn't have a run game, but they didn't need a run game. They had an elite passing game. They had everything besides a running game, which, whatever. Say what you will about that. But you had Ty Simpson making godlike throws, Fernando Mendoza throws, as we call them. And yet no one could do what Oklahoma would do in Tuscaloosa. And that is to get the ball back. That's right. It's this game. The only reason Oklahoma is rematching against Alabama is because they went into Tuscaloosa and did what no one else could do. They turned Alabama into a one-dimensional team. That's the reason. And ladies and gentlemen, now after Tuscaloosa, Alabama is going to regroup and try to finally overcome the hump that is Oklahoma. But there is one issue, And I'm sure a lot of people will go in the comments and roast me for it. But it is true. And you can't allow it to get your mind clouded with judgment. If Oklahoma was given 3 weeks of off time to regroup, you best believe John Mateer is probably going to come back with a god amount of just pure talent. Why? Remember what happened last year when Oklahoma was at its worst. Alabama came into Norman. A win would send them to the dance with the others. Oklahoma did 24-3 against Alabama. Arguably the worst quarterback that we know of in this era, Jackson Arnold. And yet they won 24-3. Mind you, that was the healthy Alabama that came in. There was no injuries, nothing. They were healthy and fired up. And Oklahoma smoked them in Norman. So, what does that mean? Norman breaks teams down into one-dimensional offenses. Norman's done it 95 times. 95% of the time. So, you best believe, with it being a playoff game, Oklahoma is not going to sleep. And hey, just hear me out. Once you look at the scoreboard, if it says 24-3, you know who got the edge over the other. It ain't going to be the tie. So, what do I mean by that? Here's the keys to the game. So, we'll get to the prediction and all that in a moment. And again, same thing, Oklahoma, these two teams cannot be more balanced. You're talking about two balanced teams going toe-to-toe. Two good defenses, maybe say defenses that could win championships possibly. Offenses, not stayed cooled off, but they're still explosive, if you take that at what you will. And then you have one guy that can kick 55 yarders and one that misses and gets angry at his kicker. So other than that, this is two very even teams. So keys to the game. Number one, Alabama has got to get to John Mateer. It's that simple. If the pass rush can get to John Mateer, he will make some interceptions. And like we saw with Alabama and Tuscaloosa, one of these teams is going to make a fatal mistake. And that's going to be busted coverage, a turnover, or a fumble. So for Alabama, they have to bring the house and they have to stop John Mateer. If they don't, it takes one play from John Mateer and Satania to end it. Look back to LSU. It took one play to end that game. Okay. Number two, Alabama must score 20 max. The winner is first to 20. And it's hard to say that in a football game. But if we know anything about these two teams, first to 20 will win. 3, Alabama cannot, and this is a huge cannot, turn the ball over or they straight up lose. If you want, remember, even Alabama outrushed Oklahoma, outplayed Oklahoma, outcoached Oklahoma, but the one thing they couldn't do was keep that ball secure. And that's the difference in Tuscaloosa. Those 3 turnovers are gone and Alabama wins. It's that simple. Okay, for Oklahoma, their keys to the game. Number 1, they cannot rely on just their defense. Their offense has to step up. There's no excuse. You've 3 weeks and you have no excuse to not be at your full strength. There is literally no excuse. So this is directly towards John Mateer. Okay? You must, and I mean this with as much heart as possible, you must secure the ball and don't make irrational decisions unless it's a desperation. because Alabama, despite them not having the best turnover margin, if they get you, they can make it hurt, just like Oklahoma. So John Mateer must not turn the ball over. And of course, everyone else has to step up, and their defense will step up and back up John Mateer. Again, in football, there's 3 stages. If your offense is good, your defense will back you up. And if your defense is good, your special teams will back that up. So, number 2. Now, this is a big what if, because we don't know. We got the availability report of the injuries, and that still doesn't, we're going to get the other one tonight. So then we'll get the other availability, the final one tonight, and that'll give us a full list of who will be playing for sure and who won't. Okay? So, barring any stupidity, we should be looking at not many people returning, but also sort of it's just a reverse of the first game in Tuscaloosa, but now in Norman. Basically, everyone comes back that they were in Tuscaloosa, and they play. Okay, so here's why I said this is a what if. Number 2. Oklahoma must have a decent enough offense to win. Remember, you don't have to go score 50 to win. If you just score 20, you can easily just win the game. Like I said, it's the first to 20. I cannot believe I'm saying that about a football game. There's an actual score limit to win. And hey, Oklahoma, do what you did in 2024 and smoke them. If you can do that, you are poised to beat Indiana. Okay, back to this though. I can't believe I'm saying this. Yes, it is a 20-point game to win. So, that leads into number 3. Now, this one is a big, 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 big reason that Oklahoma won most of their games. And that is they've held their opponent to less than 20. Oklahoma must be good enough on all 3 phases of the game to get to that magical 20 number. They win. Number 4. Now this one I have an interesting thought of, because he's done it many times, but can he do it in the biggest of moments? Number 4, John Mateer must step up to the plate and take the leading charge. To win against Alabama, you've got to play your best offense, because Ty Simpson is the best reader and processor in the SEC and nation. If you have a guy like Ty Simpson, he's going to get you that ball. And if he gets you that ball, it can be dangerous. So John Mateer, you got to be the same, you got to do the same, and you got to step up to the plate. Number 5, Oklahoma has to get to Ty Simpson. You've done it many times. You've done it to every quarterback. You've done it to Ty Simpson himself. Do it again, and you win. It's simple as that. All you got to do is get home. Get to Ty Simpson and make him force those big throws, because he will make an interception like John Mateer. Again, he's a good reader and processor, but if he feels pressure from all sides, he will make a mistake. And finally, number 6. It's all about 20. I keep saying it over and over throughout this little prediction and preview. This preview and prediction. First to 20 wins. There is no if, no buts, no wins, no hows, no it, no done, no does, no it's or greats or whatever. It's first to 20 ball game. If you look at the score, and Oklahoma's 20 to 10, 2013 or whatever, 2014 or whatever, Oklahoma wins the game. Okay, let's go into the prediction. So let's go up and ahead and talk about what the model has. So here I have the model right here. The model has Oklahoma sitting at, probably by FanDuel, sitting at -1.5. Alabama is favored by a field goal. Let's go. I'm gonna see if that line has changed at all. I'm assuming it hasn't. I'm assuming that line has not changed, but we can go ahead and figure it out for ourselves. So, oh, okay, so it has changed. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news, it has changed. So, according to DraftKings, here it is. So, this game opened at -1.5 to Alabama, and it is currently sitting at -1.5 Oklahoma. The money line is laying with Oklahoma, and the total spread is over and under 41.5. So the model and ESPN have different predictions. The model has Oklahoma losing to Alabama by 3. So Alabama is a 1.5 favorite, and they would cover the 3 with a field goal. And ESPN, or the nerds, the DraftKings, the FanDuel and DraftKings have Oklahoma favored by -1.5, meaning that at some point Alabama covers that +1.5, that covers covers the 110 on the money line and loses by field goal. And we don't care about the matchup predictor because it's not really a thing. It's more about on a neutral site who would be favored. Oklahoma would be underdogs every time on a neutral site. But in terms of a home game, yeah, it's now turned to Oklahoma. So this has been back and forth. So it opened up at first with Alabama, now it's Oklahoma. And it was back to Alabama, and now it's back to Oklahoma. So you can tell people are worried because this game is going to be the best game we'll see ever in the college football playoff. So the model has it going 23 to 20. And I could not agree more with the model. However, I do not think it'll be in Alabama's favor. Let's take a look at what I have. Where is that paper? I have. Now, let me explain why this matters. For context, this is if Oklahoma does more than what they are expected to. I'm going to have it be 23 to 14. Oklahoma gets it done by a touchdown and a field goal. That's my list. Look, I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to say it right now, and I'll say it more. First to 20 wins. Whoever shows up will win this game. It's a battle of the Titans, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this. It is going to be the best playoff game in a while. So, let me know what you guys think down below. Let me hear what you guys have to say about it. Listen, we're strapped in for some beautiful games. Ole Miss, Tulane, James Madison, Oregon. Not very good games. A&M in my winner plays Ohio State. Come on, parents of Notre Dame. Look, we've got strap in. This is about to be one heck of a roller coaster. We've got Oklahoma and Alabama Friday. Saturday, we got Ole Miss, Tulane, James Madison, Oregon, A&M, and Miami. And then we have possibly Indiana against Oklahoma or Alabama. Ohio State against A&M and Texas or Miami. Georgia against Ole Miss or Tulane. James Madison and Oregon versus Texas. Texas Tech versus Oregon or James Madison. It's going to be awesome. And we are one day away from officially starting the college football run. I cannot wait to do this game tomorrow. Be there at 7 on the Ouch Football Show because we're gonna be live streaming that game. And let's see. Oklahoma has an opportunity to go into Norman and host Alabama and destroy the chances of Kalen DeBoer going to play for a natty. It is the true test of Oklahoma. If Oklahoma can do it, this will be the first time since Georgia that a team has won every within the same year of games. It happened last year, it happened this year, and it could very well happen a third time. And if Oklahoma wins, Kalen DeBoer might not be walking out, might be thinking about taking that Michigan job because Tuscaloosa is going to go into hell. And that is something I'm going to be here. Remember, whoever loses this game, it'll be a heartbreaker for either team, whoever wins or loses. So brace yourself, everyone. Remember, this is what happens when you get these teams in a playoff. One fan base is going to go ballistic, the other is going to be overjoyed. That is how it is. And I'm here for it. So let's get to it tomorrow at 7 p.m. here Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. It is the battle of the trenches. Number 9, Alabama, and number 8, Oklahoma. Man, who is not ready for this? Let me know in the comments down below. Comment back down. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys have? Give me your score predictions down in the comments below. Let me hear your thoughts about it. And ladies and gentlemen, it is here. One day away. We are 24 hours away from the best game on this schedule before A&M and Miami play. And that's just gonna be the entree. This is the entree, by the way. Think about what we're gonna get next on Saturday. We'll have reactions. We'll have the reactions on Saturday, and we'll have reactions on Monday, and we will also have reactions. Yeah, reactions to the game, all the games from Saturday and Friday on Monday. We'll have that out. Even if Oklahoma loses, we'll still do we'll still predict the next playoff game. So, anyways, it is here. And ladies and gentlemen, until tomorrow, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, love college football and love it all. I'm Alex McKinney. You have been watching The Alex Football Show, formerly known as The Alex Show, but now just football only. No NFL, we do college and high school. And with high school done, it's only college left, baby. Here we go. It is the Battle of the Trenches. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And let's get this video. Let's get ourselves to 100 subscribers. And let's get this video to 1,000 likes. Please. I cannot wait for this. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Also, I'm going to have a camera now next, so you get to see some videos, actual videos, not live streams. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, I'm so excited to get to share this with you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be there. Love y'all. Oh, I'm so excited. Who would have guessed we would have had a rematch between two of the best teams in the nation? Who would have thought? Not nation, sorry. Two of the best SEC Blue Bloods in the world. Well, in terms of competitiveness, Texas, you just get out.